What is up, YouTube? Today we are reacting to American versus British public schools for confirmation. I live in Britain. I live in Scotland to be exact. So English and Scottish schools are similar, but they have a little bit of differences. But they're most likely for this video, they'll go off of English schools. So there'll be some things that I might not know because as well as we're in the same country, England and Scotland's education systems kind of operate differently. They're pretty similar, but they're different at the same time. Mostly, it doesn't matter. But here we go. Lock it in. Oh, sorry, I didn't say it was from. John Scully or June Scully. You can see the name. You know it. Let's lock it in.
Mr. Bell a bellends and a pervert?
Yeah, I know you are.
There's been a couple of times we've called teachers perverts in our school. Bellend's just a normal way of like insulting someone.
What's this? What's this? Oh, I'm going out.
Interventions. And I think, WTF?
Fuck no, nobody says that. I swear down, nobody says that here.
Can I just tell you? I'm sorry to hear that your grandma passed away. I actually am that. Obviously, I'm gonna be upset about that. Ain't it?
Nobody says a fucking word to that.
No, miss. How dare you speak to me like that? Turn around.
That was never like a thing in high school for us. Turn around. Nah, fuck. It was at the class or detention or some shit. Text on.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here now. Come here now. Get out.
If a teacher did that, they would get fucking. They would either get in trouble or they get sacked. I think the worst we've ever done to teachers, they made us like they actually yelled. Like I'm talking top of the lungs. Get out! That was like the worst though. Worst thing ever. None too bad.
What the hell, boy? Oh my goodness.
Is this the full video? That's the intro. Okay.
To be honest, if we're talking about public schools, British schools and American schools are quite similar, but different.
That's what I mean with like Scotland and England. They're similar, but they're different. They're pretty much the exact same, but they can't. There's wee differences.
The law is quite similar, and the types of students and teachers and the things that be going on in school are quite similar. But some of you students,
But American schools look so much different to British schools,
get
no?
confused with the differences, as there are some key differences from each territory. One difference is the grading system. The Brit and American grading system can be a bit confusing. So allow me to briefly explain what it is. So your school journey starts at the age of 3, and at age 3 to 4,
What is
you
the-
go to nursery in
I've always wondered what the kind of other grading systems
both
are
the
like.
US and the UK. Age 4 to 5 in the US, you go to preschool, but in the UK, you go to reception. Yes.
Reception.
Why the fuck would us Brits call preschool reception? But that shit ain't my fault. Go up.
I've never went to reception. I went from, I don't think I ever went to reception. No, I think England might do it differently though. I don't know. In Scotland, it goes. You start nursery at 3, you're at nursery at 4, and you're at nursery at 5. And see when you hit like 5, you go into primary school. Primary school's like P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7. And then you go to high school, which is S1, S2, S3, S4. You can leave at the end of S4, you can stay until S5, and then leave at the end of S5, or you can stay until S6 and leave at the end of S6, and that's it. Then it's college or university. Or you can go college then university. So it's not one or the other, but that's the way it goes usually. I mean, I'm in college now.
That invented it. Anyways, age 5 to 6, you're at kindergarten. But here in the UK,
Kindergarten.
you're in year 1. So from
Year
1
1. That's what I mean. In the UK or in Scotland anyway, we call it P1. Don't know why.
6, you feel it's primary school in the UK. However, in the US, from 1st grade to 5th grade, you finish elementary or primary school. And you might be asking, why don't we have both UK?
Let me see. So, American system, preschool. 3, 4, 5. Primary school, kindergarten. 6 to 7. Nah. I'm in primary school by, it's 5 to 6 is when that starts. So this is not even here. This isn't even here. Kindergarten's not there. And it doesn't go up to 8th for us. It goes up to 7 and that's it. Imagine a year below. So it's 11 to 12. And then the year after is when we go into high school. So their 8th is our first year of high school. So their high school should be here for us. If you get what I mean. I mean that's what we mean here. Look exactly here. Lower school, nursery. We never got this in Scotland. 1. No. They do it different in England. They do it differently in England. It's literally, see this. Primary, then secondary, then high school. That's just the way it works.
Grading systems in the same years. Why is the UK a grade above? Because instead of your US motherfuckers naming age 5 to 6 first grade, y'all really decided to name it kindergarten. Like, why? Makes no sense. Anyways, after you finish primary school, in the US you start middle school and you're in 6th grade at this time. Then you finish middle school after 8th grade. After that, you start high school in 9th grade or freshman year and finish and graduate high school.
We start high school in 8th, so I'm about, I want to say 12 to 13. I think I'm about there.
After the 12th grade or senior year. Then if you want to go to college, you use your GPA or you take the SAT. To briefly explain what a GPA and SAT are for my audience not from the US, a GPA means grade point average.
Grade point average.
On a
So we don't have this at the UK. We just have classes. This is you get ranked in your classes and qualifications.
Or for your
you get qualified or you don't.
All your assignments, tests, work you've done is all added up and calculated throughout.
Oh no, mine's will be in the negatives. Holy shit! You gotta do good all the time. Nah, not here. You could do shit your entire fucking thing up to like, see your first year of high school, second year of high school, see third year of high school. You could do shit all 3 of those years. If you see the end of like the S3, see as long as you get past the test at the end, you can do any class in S4. And see that? You pass, you see in S4, S5, S6, you've got to lock in. But see the rest of them? Fuck no. No. As long as you pass it, you get a qualification. That's what I mean.
Yeah, to get a grade point.
And get tested.
Is a test or an exam taken to go to college, pretty much. Get it? Capiche? Obrigado.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice that was fucking, I did notice it was.
You start secondary school in year 7 and you finish secondary school all the way up to year 11. Yes, I don't know why we call it years, but if I'm being...
We don't. In my country, we don't anyway. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6. P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7. And there's nursery, and there's college, university. That's it.
Being honest, I'd rather call it years than grade. Why would you call it grade? Why would you call a whole...
We just have codes. It's pretty much codes. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6.
You mark your test with a whole year. Just call it year. Stop calling it grade. That's some bozo ass shit. But anyways, in year 11, you take your final exam you've been preparing for since year 7.
Year 11? Year 11? What's that again? Year 11. If P7, 8, 9, 10. So it's S4. S4 is year 11. No. 8, 9, I. No. I. S4 is year 11. No. Yeah, yes, S4 is important, right? This is where you take everything for your qualifications if you want to go to college. But in my personal opinion, in the UK, it is stupid to leave at S4. So stupid. You see, if you see, like, for example, if you try to get all your qualifications in S4, you're probably not going to get a lot of them. Probably not. That's what I mean. At max, you'll get Nat 5s, which is like it's not mid-range, but it's qualifications. You get Nat 5, or you can get higher, or you can get advanced higher qualifications. Advanced higher is the stuff you need for universities, which you can get from college classes, or just staying on till S6 in school and locking the fucking is difficult in school. Or you get hires, which you get in S5. For example, let's imagine this. You pass your Nat 5s in S4. In S5, you do hires. And if you pass the hires in S5, you do advanced hires in S6. You can leave at any time. So you could leave when you've got your Nat 5s and not, or you can leave when you've got hires, or you can leave when you've got advanced hires, but you'd have to leave anyways. But it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, these exams are
this is 3 minutes. I've been talking. Oh shit, I need to stop
After
talking.
you finish that, you go to further education for the course you have chosen to do in year 11. For example, courses like history, art, languages, religious studies, computer science, whatever. Further education in the UK is called sixth form or college, and you're in year
College.
12.
That's what I call it. I call it college.
You ask for more
But I
ways
don't
to
do
create,
education
so many
college. I
things
do
out there.
apprenticeship college,
Sleep
which
thinking
means I have
is
apprenticeship and I have to do a college course.
and 13 or junior
See, I go to college, but I do an apprenticeship, so it's not like kind of education wise. It's more like I'm teaching me how to do my trade.
and senior years there. Then you finish school and choose whether you want to go to higher education like university or not. In the UK, we have half terms or calendar terms, and in the US, they call them terms semesters. Now, when you guys watch another school video, you won't be confused if a UK YouTuber or US YouTuber is talking about it, and you will know exactly what they're talking about in proportion to the countries. Guess
So a
what?
semester's
Tell
that
you
you're
later.
breaking in
Anyways,
summer,
we're
yeah?
going to be talking about middle and high school and secondary
Or is that the
school
year?
in particular. The students in the US have the freedom to wear their own clothes. However, in the UK,
Oh, in the
we
UK
have to
you
wear
cannot.
School uniforms. And hell, school uniforms are taken very seriously over here in the UK. If you
See, in my school in Scotland, they were kind of a bit more lenient. I never had to wear a blazer. I can get away with wearing kind of black trackies, black trainers, a shirt and a hoodie and a tie. I'd have to wear the tie, but I could get away with just wearing and I have to wear like a white shirt, like a white like polo, like not polo, but a kind of white like suited shirt. And aside from that, they'd let you wear pretty much anything else. You just have to wear black shoes. Yeah, sorry, you have to wear black trousers at least, black shoes, or it has to be at least a grey or black hoodie. It can't be anything like crazy.
miss any school uniform, like your blazer, don't button up your high collar.
But you see, in England, I know they're a lot more stricter. In Scotland, there's places that are strict, but primarily the school I went to weren't that bothered.
Loose tie, sug your trousers, or bring anything that's not
I mean, there's a school down the street from me. Well, not down the street. There's a high school that's not far from mine, and it was pretty strict on that.
like school shoes. Prepare to get crucified by the teacher. And to be honest, I'm not even mad that you can't even wear your own clothes in English schools, because it's a hassle to choose the best clothes, and you don't want to be the guy that is known for wearing the same clothes over and over again. That's just long. Plus, my closet is so mid, so I would rather wear a school uniform. It's easy to pick out and wear, and no one can judge you because they are wearing the same thing. It's a win-win. It's cool that some of y'all can be wearing your own clothes, but tell me why some of you guys wear the most silliest garbage to school. Like, motherfuckers be wearing pajamas, skirts, maid outfits, suits with shorts or some shit. And the emo girls and the city girls are literally a different story. I can't
Ah.
lie to you. That's for a whole nother video. And the
I
shoes
think there should be
don't
at least some regulations to like what you
Bro,
can
it
wear.
should be a sin in the
There
Ten
is. Well, I know there
Commandments.
is, obviously, but like
How
still.
y'all unironically go into your closets, pick and wear some trash and think it was a good idea to go to school?
Oh, no.
You definitely need your parents to start dressing you again or something. But these are some of the people in the stretching you. Obviously, some of y'all kind of dress relatively well. In the UK, if some motherfuckers misbehaving or straight up being a menace in class or outside of class, there are levels to the punishment depending on the offense. Level 1, you get a warning. Level 2, they scream their lungs out of you. Level 3, you get a detention. Level 4, you get something called isolation. The real rebels.
Right, he's missed a couple there. First thing, you get a warning. Then it's a text home. I don't know why. I'm like 16. I don't really care if you text my mum. But they text home, right? A detention. It depends on it. They'll give you a detention, or they'll just tell you to leave and not come out. And then the fourth one, they'll just literally tell you to leave and don't come back. Just go into sit into a class privately and don't come back. Isolation is generally like isolation is the best way I could put it. It's either you hit a teacher, 2 you become a dangerous you're carrying something, or you generally just have a fight and it's just like actually brutal. Like a brutal fight. There's isolation is like last like thing, like last line of defense,
and the
really.
menaces that have no regard to life go in these.
Like that guy when they get in
isolations.
isolation.
To briefly explain
That guy
what
do.
isolation is basically a discipline where you get removed out of class and go to a certain booth room where it's just yourself, your work, and teachers watching your every move and seeing.
See,
if you're doing
we don't
well.
have that in our
Just
school.
think of it as
Not really.
a prison where you're an inmate in your cell and guards are watching what you do. Then the final level is a suspension. In the US, it's the same thing
suspension.
pretty much. The only difference is that they don't have isolation. You get suspended and excluded depending on the offense. Apparently, physical punishments are legal in some states. That's kind of wild to me. I can't even lie. Like, imagine getting your ass beat because your dog ate your homework. I thought that only existed in Africa because me personally, I went to school in Ghana, and if you misbehave in any way, just know that you're in for the whoopings of your life. I ain't gonna cap with you, bruv. It's gonna be absolutely long for you. In the UK, school lunches were decent. The canteen at least made somewhat of an effort.
Aye,
to
they
make
were
the student
decent. They
meal
weren't actually
nice
that
and
bad.
digestible. Students in the UK would always look forward to a school lunch. Like as soon as the class finished, these motherfuckers would leave the class and sprint straight out of class to the canteen just to be in the canteen. Like
My
that.
school was a bit lenient. Some schools don't do this, but some schools do. We were able to leave for our lunch, so we could like leave and come back. For example, we went down to like a town centre near me. We'd usually get a Greg's or something, and then come back before lunch ended, and we'd eat it on the
Because
way.
if you were lost,
That's
your
what we
favourite
usually
food
do.
would have run down, and you would have to settle for the garbage. Like these motherfuckers would sprint to the cafeteria with speed on par with Sonic or this motherfucker. In the US, from what I've seen, school lunches is some of the worst foods I've ever seen served to
Oh,
students
no.
in history. I mean, look at this. This shouldn't be allowed of any sort. Whose idea was it to be serving this garbage? If school chefs are serving this, they must really despise their jobs and despise the students there. Like, what the hell is this? What is it?
Ugh.
I feel sorry for you guys in the US, because if they did this foolishness in the UK, I would personally deport myself back to Africa, because at least they made some good and ready cooked meals. Then when you finally finish school after years, been about damn time. In the US, you graduate high school. There's a ceremony to commemorate the work you did in high school.
Yeah, we don't have graduation. We just
Seniors
kind of have
will
prom
receive
party.
their high school
That's it.
diplomas, and the class president will give out a graduation speech. But from what I've seen, some of these speeches are one of the most awkward but funniest pieces of non-fiction I've ever watched. Imagine if the types of students like the depressed kid or the menace kid had a graduation speech. Like, motherfucker, I will pay to watch that shit, man. Motherfuckers did crazy shit in this ceremony. As well as, like,
How big is like graduating from high school? Can you fail the graduation?
Gift, and the best of all, the grad parties. Did y'all ever go to grad parties? Let me know down in the comments down below.
Nah.
Compared to the UK, when we finished year 11, aka 10th grade, and our GCSE, we basically finished secondary school, and we have an assembly of awards for the students who did their best stuff.
We don't
like
really have
subjects,
that,
good
though.
behavior, who did the most work, ECT, and then a final thank you and goodbye. Some wholesome stuff. After
We
the
get a
assembly,
prom
we
party
celebrate after the
sometimes.
school, signing
Well, we do
the
usually.
shirts with boards
And
pens,
we do that. We sign the
heartwarming
shirts and everything.
messages, like good luck and stuff. Like,
That's what I mean. That didn't happen for like S4, S5, right? So it wasn't 10th year. See, 10th or the 10th or 11th year, they didn't do that. You have to stay on till 13th year to see any of this in the UK. See, if you want to see this, you have to stay on till the 13th year, which is S6 for us.
Like, this was one of the most wholesome stuff I've ever done as a celebration of finishing school ever.
But it might be
The
different
best
for other
thing
schools. That's
about
just for mine, though.
finishing secondary school was prom. Prom was definitely
Prom
my favorite
party.
part of finishing.
That's what I mean. See, if you wanted to go to prom, you would have to finish the 13th year if you wanted to go to the prom party.
Yeah, the party happened at night. The parties were like raves. The DJs were playing classic house songs. Everyone ate and danced. It was too late. Unfortunately, I did not have a prom date, but I still took these cold photos of the girls. Oh, I'm just that guy, G. Too much risk. You know that. Overall, which one is better?
He
American
boosted himself up.
or
Yo.
high school?
Alright, come
I
on.
will answer this with no bias, and we'll be choosing which one is better based on 5 different categories: overall enjoyment, education, food, the students, and the teachers. In terms of the food, the UK wins by 1 point because I don't have to repeat myself again with how low effort.
It's pretty
It's
awful.
straight
Like,
up
that's
garbage
pretty
and
bad.
food
I know
is
these
really
photos are probably over exaggerated, but the still is pretty
high
awful.
school. Now, over enjoyment, I've not been to an American high school before, so I can't really speak on that. So I'll give 1 point to both schools. For the education system, we all have to
UK.
agree that UK schools are better. Most of you are in the US, therefore know damn well you don't pay attention to those boring ass classes. In the UK, they at least make them.
I'm not just
somewhat
saying from the
engaging.
UK,
In
it
terms
is
of the
better.
people, therefore 1 point to the American high schools. I don't
Ah.
need to go to the US to know that
UK's US vibe is so much. That's what I mean. I'm kind of jealous of the US schools in a way because their vibe is so much
people in
better.
American high schools
Honestly, the vibe is unreal there.
are very vibrant. And
Everyone looks
social, and
funny,
they just have
fucking
way
laughing,
more
gay on
character
there.
to
The vibe is
Motherfuckers
unreal.
in the UK are just mid, including myself. I was the most quiet and the most boring yes man in my school. I didn't speak unless I was spoken to, and I just did what my teachers told me to do. I was literally just the biggest NPC. The only thing that was interesting about me was that I was just naturally goofy, and I looked like celebrities like Lil Nas X or footballers like Bukayo Saka or Samuel Umtiti. That's what everyone told me. But I digress. Teachers in UK schools are very strict as they care about your education.
Yeah,
But obviously, not all of them care about your education. And I do not know how the teachers are in an American school, so I will give 1 point to both schools for the teachers. So British schools have the most points overall, so pretty much British high school wins. No biasness, just
Yeah.
facts. So let me know if you want me to do a part 2 of
What's this
this
under?
video.
That's
I
it.
appreciate if you like and subscribe to the channel.
The British
Other than
schools
that,
are-
have a good
yeah,
day,
wait.
love.
I will say though, the British schools, like, the vibes are good, but US school vibes are. When I see videos in that, it just looks unreal. I really wish I wish some vibes like that. And like, see, like example for college, where you get like the dorms and that. Oh, I'd love to do that. Go away for college, get dorms and everything. That's a lot more. It's not as common for that. Like you could do that in the UK, right? But it's not as common. It's not. A lot of people don't do that. Colleges are like, can you just like go there? Like, there's usually gonna be a college that's like gonna fit your facilities, like not far from you, so you just kind of like drive out for even if it is like about an hour away, and just come back once you're done. But it's like, bro, I'd love a dorm with all my pals, or just have a dorm with like loads of people in it. That'd be unreal. But anyways, chat, that's gonna be that W video. Wait, yeah, that was a W video actually. I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what I was gonna say. W video.